Megan Frockmanesh, what are we even looking at here? This is so goddamn adorable, I think I might faint.
Okay, so this is Kirby and the Rainbow Curse.
Here I go. Oh, here I go. Fainting right now.
Loop-de-doo.
He's going on a magic journey on a bunch of rainbow licorice, it looks like.
It's rainbow spaghetti.
That's probably not canon. Probably not. I haven't played the game. I don't know the story of it, but I doubt that. I don't know. I doubt it's about Kirby going on rainbow spaghetti adventures. This is Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, and it's the follow-up to Kirby and the Canvas Curse, which is basically just one of the best games ever made, in my humble opinion, on the original DS. But you did not play. This was amazing to me. You did not play Canvas Curse.
No, this was my first exposure to Kirby being all slidey on ropes and stuff. the technical way to describe it.
The prolific Kirby sliding on ropes and stuff.
Yeah. So this was my first time with it. I don't know a ton about Canvas Curse besides the basic premise.
It's pretty, I mean, it's fairly similar. Drawn on ropes, bounce around. No multiplayer to speak of like Rainbow Curse has, which I'm sure a lot of purists are going to take umbrage with. This is my favorite part of the video, by the way. You got that one up and you were like, F it. I don't need it. I'm so hardcore, I don't need one up.
So I just want to point out, this was early in my playthrough and I was still kind of figuring out how to play. So there was a lot of like, I'm going to do this. Nope. Okay, I'm just going to move on. Just let it go. I
edited around a lot of your panicked scribbling, but there are some moments like that wasn't your best moment vis-a-vis Star Collection. Tell me, give me sort of a brief rundown of what, in case people haven't played Canvas Curse and haven't been following this game, which, by the way, is like one of my most anticipated games, I think, of the year so far. No joke. It looks super great. But tell us what we're looking at.
Yeah. Okay. So Rainbow Curse. The premise is it's like a 2-minute thing where it's like, oh my God, Kirby is like in a clay land, and suddenly all the color gets sucked out, and all his friends are dead. So. I mean,
oh, Jesus Christ!
I assume they're dead. The life has been sucked out of them. Their souls are gone.
Okay.
So yeah, after that, you get kind of revived by this like paintbrush fairy, and so she gives you the power to sort of roll along, and then you have to go stop the evil claymation person. It has like a really lame. It's like Claysha or something. Everything is clay puns in this game, which is actually it's kind of the best.
Yeah, I'm super into that.
Yeah, but there's like a Claykin at one point. It's the best.
Clay Aiken?
A Claykin, like a Kraken.
Oh, I thought it was like a Clay Aiken. That would be an amazing monster for Kirby to square off against.
It would be like, Nintendo, you're a couple years late on that reference, but points for trying.
Not really. Now he's a budding political figure. So basic mechanic is you draw these lines and Kirby can roll along them, and he also has a dash attack. And that's like basically
so Kirby
kind of it.
Yeah, so Kirby, like unlike usual games where he gets power-ups and you can move him around, like he has no kind of agency of his own. Like you are controlling him basically. So you use that little rope to move him around and, you know, power him up and hit things. It's very simple. It's a simple premise, but it works very well.
But it's also what's surprising, and I think you mentioned that this was surprising to you too, having not played Canvas Curse, it's also very difficult at times. Like if you want to be a completionist and, you know, collect every star or find, I think that's, by the way, is my favorite of your techniques, like the panicked like scribble, like oh shit. If you want to like collect all the treasures in a level or all the stars on a level, this puzzle's kind of neat. Then you have to be like very adept with your drawing. Because a lot of the time, like, you'll only be on a screen for a couple seconds and you have to get your line, like, perfectly right. Were you surprised by, like, the difficulty of the game?
I mean, yeah, it's disarmingly cute, right? So it's like, oh, it's a Kirby game. Look at him being cute and saving his friends. And I'm like, nope, this is actually very difficult. Because, I mean, the mechanic itself is hard to, at least
Look at that. That's like Picasso drawing a face or something.
It's like a damn mess, right? Like, I will say I got much better. I guess I don't have the footage to back it up, but I did get better where it was like those smooth one lines. But it's kind of funny because you go from like not knowing what you're doing and like frantically scribbling like a child with crayons basically to like doing these very like artful, masterful strokes, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. So one thing that is kind of new, I think, in Rainbow Curse as opposed to Canvas Curse is it just seems like there's sort of more stuff to do in each level, like with regards to that puzzle piece thing that just popped up where you have a limited amount of time to find all these puzzle pieces that are hidden to get like a bonus treasure or whatever. I don't remember stuff like that being in Canvas Curse. Oh god, please don't die.
I might die. Oh, no, I did it. Look at me escaping.
And what I really liked about Canvas Curse, and I was wondering if it was in this game too, is there anything in the way of like unlockables? Like, as silly as it was, Canvas Curse you could unlock different paint schemes for your lines, so you could have like a monochrome line, and those things were actually like kind of difficult to get because you had to do these super hard challenges to get the tokens you needed to buy them. Is there anything like in the way of challenge modes with? Oh
yeah, there's definitely a challenge mode. So as you go through levels, there'll be these like special doors that pop up, and sometimes they're hard to get to, and you have to do it really quick or you miss them. So then you complete that challenge, and if you win, you get like a treasure chest, and you get like figurines or like music or whatever, and that goes in a different spot. But then later you can go back, and there's like a whole different section that's just those challenge modes.
Oh, okay, sweet. When you say figurines, are you talking about just sort of aesthetic trophies, or does Nintendo come and deliver amiibos to your house?
Well, mine came with an amiibo. I don't think everybody else's will. So sorry, guys.
That's a shame.
It's a shame.
Okay, so the amiibo support. Here's the thing. I'm kind of a Kirby sliding around on ropes and shit genre purist. The amiibo support kind of concerns me a little bit because it sounds like it kind of throws off the balance of the game a little bit. So if you're not familiar, if you have a Kirby franchise amiibo like Meta Knight, King Dedede, or Kirby himself, then you can get special bonus powers in the game. Like King Dedede extends your health bar, and I think like Kirby gives you like extra special attack energy or something like that. Is that like especially useful, or is that kind of gimmicky?
So, okay, so here's the thing. So I used my King Dedede figure for the first time, like not knowing quite what it would do. And basically, you know, it gives you that power up, but you can only use it once a day. So I did it, and I was like, oh crap, I don't want to use this on this level. So I exited and then tried to use it again. They're like, you already used it for the day. Like, this amiibo is very tired. It is very tired, and you can't use it today. And I was like,
hey, amiibo, get a job. Oh, sorry, man. I touched your surface once. Oh, I am just bushed over here. Okay, so one other thing I'm kind of worried about. I'm also kind of looking forward to it because I think it's kind of a neat idea, but the multiplayer allows, I think, up to 4 other people.
It's 4 people total, yeah.
4 people total?
Uh-huh.
Okay, to play as Waddle Dees, which can carry Kirby around through the level while the player on the gamepad draws stuff like they normally do. Only they don't have to worry so much about like getting Kirby around because the DDDs can act as basically little adorable claymated Ubers.
Yeah, exactly.
Does that like make the game like wicked easy? Because that's what I'm worried about. Like I want to play this with my friends and my wife and you know, the people I usually play multiplayer games like this with, but it seems like it kind of throws off the whole experience of, you know, drawing, you know, the whole sliding Kirby around on ropes genre.
Yeah. So if Kirby had an easy mode, it would be multiplayer mode, I think, because seriously, okay. I played with one other person in some of the harder, like later worlds, and yeah, it was, for the most part, there were like a couple bad things that happened where I was trying to move quickly through a level, and for me it was easier because I could kind of trap Kirby in with 2 lines and navigate him, but like Waddle Dee, for example, can walk on those lines but isn't trapped in the same way. So,
okay.
Yeah, so like my friend kept getting me killed and I kept getting very angry. Other than that though, I mean, during boss fights, like he was like invaluable because he would kill everything kind of while I would, you know, loop around or do whatever.
It's interesting, like I'm really interested in the subject of like asymmetrical multiplayer, and that's what's going on here. But it sounds like it's more applying to like it seems like it is applying more to the knack school of thought where like your multiplayer is like a helper buddy so that kids can enjoy the game, which like I get. I think it is again a really difficult game in some spots. Like navigating like a spike trap maze with the lines and a Kirby that like otherwise doesn't really listen to your commands is really difficult. So I get that, but it kind of seems like doing that with a group of adults is not going to be like an especially like rewarding difficulty experience like the rest of the game is. Like I feel like if I played it with my friends, I would also want to go back and play it again by myself so I can get like the real experience of sliding around on ropes and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's easily the best part. So I feel like there's definitely something you miss out on. I mean, it's I guess it's worth it to play with other people, but for me, like, playing as Waddle Dee, I'm like, this is a little bit more boring. This is more like a traditional Kirby.
Right, and that's sort of like...
It defeats the purpose, basically.
Yeah. That effect, by the way, is so cool. When I was putting this video together, I was, like, blown away by, like, how simple a thing that blocking the water with the ropes effect is. But, man, that was really slick. Can you give me, like, an idea of some stuff that's, like, not in the video of other, like, cool stuff that they do with the ropes? I think we didn't even address the submarine level.
We didn't even talk about, oh my god, Kirby Submarine is my favorite. Okay, we'll talk about Kirby Submarine for a minute. So Kirby Submarine is cool because, like, he kind of just stays in one spot and you tap the screen to move him around. But the entire time he's firing torpedoes, that's just what he does. So, like, you have to then move him to a spot and then use your rope to kind of, like, aim where his torpedoes go. So it's kind of a cool thing where it just, like, changes up what you're used to doing.
Does the game throw a lot of stuff like that at you?
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple different vehicles you get. Like, there's, like, a rocket ship where that one is more traditional, like, Kirby kind of goes and you have to use your rope to guide him. There's a tank where, like, you tap where he needs to fire. Stuff like that is cool. Other than that, like, the rope, you use a lot of the rope, like, to protect yourself a lot. There's a level with a lot of lasers, so you can kind of create, like, a protective bubble around Kirby or, like, just cut him off completely. There's a lava world that is very difficult and had me yelling a lot. But it's kind of the same thing where there'll be, like, waterfalls of lava and you have to draw the line to protect him.
Well, this is Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. I'm in love with it, and I haven't even played it. But I will very soon. It comes out Friday. Bye, everybody.
Bye.